This is Bill from Blue Line BJJ. Today we're talking about kid-friendly techniques, specifically backward break falls, and the difference between a sport break fall and what we would do on the job. Now, oftentimes when I watch technique videos online or I watch officers train, when they do their break falls, they're doing a very sport-specific style break fall. And I want to show one that's a little bit safer for us when we're working the job and when we have our duty belt on. So let's kind of look at some of the differences between the two different techniques. So if you look here at the positioning for a sport style break fall, you're going to see I'm kind of laying on my side. I'm not flat on my back. I'm here on that kind of 45-degree with my shoulders. My bottom arm here, I've got palm facing down, out slightly away from my body. This hand in here is close. I've got this leg out flat. And I'm looking, when I land, I'm slapping the mat kind of all at the same time. And this mimics the big throws that are seen in judo, where you get the big hip throw, you get the, any style throw you want to do where there's a lot of speed, momentum, and the other guy's energy on top, and there's just a huge crash when it hits the ground. So you're looking to try to disperse that energy so it's not landing in one point of your body and causing injury. So I'm here, my legs out flat, got the arm out, got this tucked, kind of a standard break fall you would see. Some guys, when they land, they're going to slap both their arms back if they're more flat on their back, but the ideal spot is going to be where they're here with the slap. Now, I've seen modifications to this saying, well, if it was a street situation, I wouldn't want my ankle to hit the ground and shatter my ankle. So I've seen versions where they'll tuck this will be the foot landing, and this leg they try to keep contained as best they can. So when they hit, they're landing this way. Slight modification. This is a difficult leg to keep your ankle from smashing on the ground. So even this has its issues too. Again, works great for the gym, works great for judo, but may not work as well on the road. Let's look at another option, that parachute fall that I was referring to, for maybe a safer option for us. With the parachute break fall, you got to keep in mind the context of what we're doing in the job, right? When I'm inside somebody's living room, when I'm in a hallway, when I'm in a confined space, I'm not getting this big overhead throw like they're doing in a sport match, okay? You're not getting that big load, the big hip throw, that big crashing to the ground. What's more common, what's more probable is a shove, a push, us tripping and losing our balance, when we don't have quite the energy that's developed from a big sport style throw. So because there's less energy, there's less movement required for us to land back and kind of distribute that weight and that force. So for a good parachute fall with our kid on, what we're looking to do is lower our butt as close to our heels as we can. As our butt lowers, it's kind of like picture a tree falling in the woods. The taller the tree, the more weight and center of gravity is up high, the harder it's going to crash to earth. If you have it where it's a shorter tree, or in this case with our butt closer to our heels, there's much less impact because there's much less momentum generated during the course of the fall. So you're looking to bend your knees as much as you can. Once you feel like you're losing your balance, you kind of cross that point of no return. You drop your butt by lowering your knees. You pick a side, try to land on one hip. Left hip or right hip is going to depend on which way you got pushed or which way you lost your balance. Ideally, you want to try to fall to your weak side, so your gun side's high and available to draw if needed. As I'm falling to my left hip, I'm looking to keep my hand back behind my head to protect myself in case there's a table, in case there's a chair, in case there's any kind of obstruction behind me that may hit my head. Remember, in the sport style break falls, we're taking our hands, we're slapping the mat here, or we're slapping the mat over here, and only thing we're doing really count for our head is to tuck the chin. And tucking the chin is great, again, in the sport, in the gym, or even outside an open space. But if we're in that confined hallway where there's lots of other obstacles around, we're going to make sure we protect our head. So you're tucking the chin and you bring your hand in behind your head. It's the same side hand as the hip you're falling towards, okay? With that fall then, you want to kind of rock on your back, almost like the bottom of a rocking chair, to slow down your momentum, okay? You don't want to be in your spine. You definitely don't want to be in your spine, because those obstacles that you're worried about your head could also hurt your back. So get on that 45, protect the head, curl your back like that rocking chair, and then get yourself either to a good shooting platform if it's a deadly force situation, or get to a ground fighting position where you can defend with punches or kicks the best you can from the ground, or work to try to establish yourself back on your feet. This has been your Blue Line BJJ kid-friendly technique. Again, I want to thank Cliff Byerly from Hill Country Combatives for being the one to show me the parachute fall and kind of explaining the differences and why it's a little bit more job relevant. If you get a chance, check out his website at www.hillcountrycombatives.com or find him on Facebook. Very, very good group. Cliff's a great guy, Highly recommend training with him if you get the opportunity.